It's the Red River Farm Network Crop Tour presented by Pioneer. We're in day number 3 and finishing up today in the Binford, North Dakota area. Field agronomist Eric Laggie's been taking us around the country. Eric, let's start with kind of a recap of where we've been today.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming around with me and making the tour. We started the day with a beautiful morning for a crop tour here, and the plot we started at up in Colgate turned out great. It worked out that no one was really harvesting wheat yet. There's a little bit of wheat to come off in that area, and a little bit too much dew this morning, so I had a great turnout at that. And overall, I mean, it's really, things are looking good.
What's the territory that you cover here?
So the area that I'm covering and paying attention to every day is kind of from Fargo out to Jamestown, up to Carrington, kind of a big rectangle, if you will. So see a lot of country.
We started with a lot of moisture, right?
Yeah, so I mean, overall with the growing season, we heard a lot of different stories from guys, and now, you're getting kind of conflicting reports. Some are saying we're too dry, some are saying too wet. The overarching theme at the beginning of the spring here was, everyone started wet. We were late, we were wet, but then we kind of dried out, which kind of caused all of our crops to root down well. So we had really good rooting, which caused everything to kind of hang on a lot better than expected, and we're seeing that in the small grains as we are harvesting right now too.
Hopefully what we see as results in small grains carries over to the row crops too.
It's looking like it. I've been looking at a lot of fields and a lot of plots lately, and everything, corn's filling to the tip. We haven't seen much tip back at all, even with this lack of rain that some areas have experienced. Beans are podding all the way to the top, getting a nice seed set there too. So I'm very optimistic for what we're going to combine here in the next, it's approaching fast, but I'm thinking in the next few weeks we may have some soybeans coming off already.
It pretty much appears that this season's pushed us as far as heat units. It's going to be an early harvest.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it can be September already, but here we're knocking on the door. But with the heat that we've had, especially this time of year, is critical for finishing that crop, especially in the corn. And I was in some plots by Jamestown here on Tuesday, and we were at black layer on some of the products up to 85-day hybrids. So we're getting there. Then we're at that point, it's just a dry down. But I think in the next probably week or so, we'll see a lot of the wheelhouse maturity products really start to hit that black layer and start to dry down. So it's exciting.
It is. We were at that plot tour at Page Seed and Agronomy this morning. You were talking a bit about corn rootworm, and we've been seeing it kind of push further north. What's the reason? Yeah,
a lot further north than we've seen. I mean, in the last 10 years I've been looking at things, it's kind of the first year that it's been an issue. And not only northern corn rootworm, but extended diapause in these corn rootworm beetles, and the areas we're seeing it, majority of it is south of I-94, but there is some cases creeping north of the interstate, but a lot of the factors that kind of contribute to that, we've had kind of increased snowfall over the last couple of winters, which kind of helps those eggs overwinter too. So number of factors influence it, but that's one of them that may be contributing to what we're seeing. But we've had guys with good corn and soybean rotations having issues this year, so it's going to be important to monitor that and plan accordingly as you put corn on some of them fields the next time.
And we got some new technology on the horizon.
Yeah, it's we're in a really good spot for dealing with these pests. Pioneer just launched Power Core and Vorseed Enlist corn here this year, and over the next couple of years, the new hybrids that we're bringing to market will be replacements for our AM products and our Chrome products. So what that's bringing is an additional mode of action for above ground in our Power Core corn, and in the Vorseed below ground, we're getting 3 modes of action above and 3 below with RNAi technology that is very effective on those corn rootworm beetles. So we're in a good spot for controlling them here the next time that we're putting corn on those fields.
Again, we appreciate the chance to travel around your territory today.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming along.
Eric Laggie with us again as we come to you from the Red River Farm Network Crop Tour presented by Pioneer.